Back in the day, I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes.
But in order for you to grow, you need to feel bad for the things you're not doing.
You control that, and it's your duty to control that inner voice.
So you need to actually track your behavior. You don't have a consistency problem, all right? Tell yourself that right now. What you have is a design problem. And until you fix that, consistency, I promise you, is not going to actually, one, it's not going to be real in your life, and you're not going to actually achieve anything, okay? That new routine you want to set every single Monday, the new goal of income or outreach, whatever it is that you want to do as a female entrepreneur, it's not going to happen. And it has nothing to do with consistency. It has everything to do with design.
So if you're a female entrepreneur that is watching this, I really want you to ask yourself, honestly, for the next few minutes, how many times this year, by the time we're recording this video right now, is May, how many times this year you say like you are going to do the thing, you start super motivated, and then it fades out, it goes away.
The flame.
Like, oh, I'm gonna create the post, oh, I'm gonna do the walk, oh, I'm gonna do the exercise, oh, I'm gonna do the trip, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. If that is your case, stay tuned with us, because in this video, we're gonna share with you five pillars that applies for every single thing in life for you to stay consistent.
And I will say that I used this exact framework, this exact 5-pillar system to not only build my business, that actually came second, but I used it to lose 80 pounds. For those of you that don't know, my name is Navette Ramos, this is Jason Ramos, and I once was 87 pounds heavier than what you're seeing right now. I am 5'2", okay? And when I got pregnant, I gained all this massive weight, and I thought that I lost my life forever. And it wasn't until a year after I gained all that weight that I was able to lose it by just being real with myself and designing the system for me to be able to realistically lose that weight. And those exact systems is what I use now to build my business. And guess what? It's not just me. Him too. He was fat as hell.
I was also overweight. I was 50 pounds overweighted. I lost that weight, but this is key. I tried many times. I tried to lose those extra pounds many times in the past, and I never was able to do it. Why? Once, I didn't have the right systems in place. I'm probably like, yeah, the word systems is overused nowadays, but everything goes down to system. Actually, we live in a solar system.
Ooh.
Everything goes down to systems.
Everything is just systemizing.
One thing that is probably gonna start helping you, and this is not a part of those 5 pillars that we're gonna share with you. One thing is that my mindset wasn't the right one.
And mine either.
I was approaching the fact that I was fat like, oh my God, I am fat, I need to lose weight. And nothing worked, because I was telling myself, I am fat. But once I changed the script in my mind and I started saying like, hey, I am no fat, I'm just a fit person that gained weight and now I'm gonna lose it, I started changing. And then I started putting the systems in place. So everything goes down to systems. And you guys may say like, okay, but how this is related to my business? It's related because the way you do one thing is the same way you do anything.
He tells me this every single day.
Write that down.
For years.
The way you do one thing is the same way you do anything.
This right now, so many people are like, damn.
Think about it for a minute. Think about it for a minute, because in your business is the same situation. If you're inconsistent with the daily activities, with the daily things that you said that you were gonna do, of course you're being inconsistent with the activities that your business requires, the efforts that your business requires from you in order for that business to take off. That's why it matters. What do you think?
And no.
What do you think? What do you say? What do you say?
It's okay. Guys, obviously English is not his first language, but I'd love to know in the comments, do you like his English? Because I really do. And he needs to be motivated.
By the way,
okay?
check the description box.
Check the description box, because if this message is calling out to you directly, you're a female entrepreneur, or even more, you're a female entrepreneur in a one-woman business, and you feel capped, you feel like you're struggling, come into our ecosystem. Click the link in the box right now, because we send amazing pieces of information every week that really help that needle, like to get the ball moving, okay? So don't forget to do that, guys, before you continue listening, because we want you in our ecosystem, not just in this video, but forever, so we can truly impact your life. Now,
let's talk about the mistake that we were making. We were making a huge mistake, and it was like we were planning, we were saying like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna go for a walk, we're gonna and we were talking about like that losing weight, because that losing weight is a huge achievement for us. And of course, like staying lean, staying in shape, like that's another topic, that's another like...
And that's a connection.
But yeah, of course, like everything goes down to consistency. But the mistake that we were making, and probably a lot of you guys are making or like falling down to this mistake, is like that we love to plan when everything is going our way.
Yep.
We love to say, I'm gonna do. And yeah, of course, like we start writing down or on your phone, in your notes, like, oh, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna go to the gym by 5:30, and in that moment, your energy is up and you preparing for the best you. And that is not the best way, because guess what? Life is a roller coaster. So your energy, your motivation is not always up. That's why I don't like the word motivation.
I actually 1000% agree, but here's the thing. So I have been caught red-handed for years doing that. Actually creating what I thought was my design, what I thought was my system, because you feel so productive creating the schedule for the week or for the next day or for the new life that you're going to walk into from Sunday to Monday. It's so unrealistic. And I treated my business like that too, and it doesn't work, guys, okay? So I do want to share with you the official first anchor, like that first 5 anchors that's going to make a huge difference in your life, to then make a huge difference in your business, is build for the bad days as well. So
this video is basically about helping you to destroy those false beliefs.
Yeah.
Because probably you've been saying your entire life, oh no, is that I'm not built that way. I'm not disciplined. I'm not that type of person. Nobody was that type of person when they were born. Mm-hmm. Like we weren't that way. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Change beliefs and change your life. Change your personality and you're gonna have a new reality. Mm-hmm. It's just simple as that. So the belief that you need to insert in your hard drive right now is the one that, okay, I'm a consistent person. I am a very disciplined person. And little by little, you're gonna start like installing those habits, because as I was saying, motivation is not the best way to do it, because then the day that is raining, you don't gonna do it. The day that you're feeling down is not like you don't gonna do it, and then you're gonna start saying like, I'm just a girl. And let me tell you something, you are not just a girl, okay? You're here to build the woman. So let's start with those 5 pillars. Mm-hmm. The first one is
build for the bad day. All right? And when we say build for the bad day, what does that mean? Give yourself not one plan. Don't give yourself the plan for the perfect you, for the future you, for the perfect day. Because realistically, you're not gonna live every day perfectly. All right? You need to have the floor and the ceiling plan. That's what we like to call, and that's what we like to give ourselves. We like to give ourselves 2 plans. Because let's say you wanted to achieve so much today, but you woke up and you saw your phone, and I don't know, maybe you got a text that completely ruined your day. Now you're not motivated. Now you don't even feel good to do the things that you were meant to do. Now you don't want to go to the gym and hit legs really hard. So follow the plan for the bad day. Follow the plan for the floor day, okay? But you have to still follow a plan, because that's what happens.
This is the way that I like to put it. We are always talking about accumulating W's instead of L's. You know, I was like triunfos because triunfos in Spanish, but anyway, accumulate W's, little W's every day, because people always aim for a big thing, big thing. But usually big athletes says this, at the show, you just go for the trophy. but you win the fight in the training, in the day-by-day training. So accumulate W's, accumulate little wins every single day. If you are trying to run a marathon, don't start running a marathon on day one. Just go for a single walk today. Little wins. And that's how we stay to it. Like we do 10K steps, no negotiables every single day, because that is a little win that we're gonna accomplish every single day. 1% better every day. In 100 days, you're gonna be 100% better. So little by little, you're gonna start stacking W's instead of L's, and eventually the compound interest on those activities are gonna give you the win.
I love that. I love that. So now let's go in directly into that second anchor, to that second pillar. That, guys, write these things down. If you need to pause, write down, and then keep going, I invite you to do that, because when you guys write it down, actually Jason said it so many things, what isn't written isn't retained, something like that. Yeah, so do that. I wish I was writing it down right now too. It's always nice to do it yourselves, right? So that second pillar is replace the function, don't just remove the habit. Okay, what does that mean?
Probably this happens to you, and I'm gonna give you like two, or maybe let's start with one. I was doing that, but in a bad way. And also it applies for the discipline thing. You probably are saying like, oh, is that I'm not disciplined? Yes, you are disciplined. The thing is that you are disciplined with the wrong things. You do the same things every single day, but things that are not helping you to grow. Probably are things that are like actually destroying you in disguise. But this is the thing. Believe it or not, I have a very addict personality.
Addictive.
I had my problems with drugs. I have my problems with alcohol and
food.
Back in the day, of course, like because that's where I want to go. Back in the day, I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. A lot. I was smoking at least one package a day, at least, you know. So, and I started smoking really early, like when I was young, yeah, really early in life. So I was smoking like around a package a day. And then I was trying to like stop smoking, and I was jumping into another vice. I was like, okay, abusing drugs, or I was like abusing alcohol, and always with excuses. And then it was jumping from vice to vice,
so
from bad habit to bad habit. So the same thing applies, but with good habits. You can replace a bad habit and in that place install a new habit.
Yep.
And the people don't believe it. And of course, like this is something that you have to actually live for you to experience it, and then you will believe. And the gym is crazy. It's crazy the way that working out changed your life. So then one day when I hit rock bottom, and I'm gonna probably like make a video like one day about all of this, but one day when I was like in the lowest in my life, behind all my promises and like very far from the man that I'm today, I said like, okay, I have enough of this. So I started replacing bad habits with good habits. And one little habit was I started going to the gym. And I replaced drugs, I replaced cigarettes, I replaced abusing food, I replaced alcohol. Like right now, this year is 9 years since I am completely clean, not even one drug, not even one drop of alcohol, not even one cigarette, like completely clean this year, 9 years. And everything started because I was replacing bad habits with good habits. Don't try just to take something out of your life and leave it as that. Just replace it.
I do want to also mention the way that I do this in my business, right? Because we're talking about, because you need to change. You need a new you before you get a new anything, right? So that is something so essential to understand. The way that I do this in my business, by replacing doom scrolling, for example, I used to be a doom scroller. I used to waste so much time on content that was not feeding my brain nor my business, and honestly, it reflected in my income. And I know that so many of us can be listening to this message right now and feel truly called to, because I see it even in every work environment we walk into. There's always a soul that is lost, just consuming something in a work environment that has nothing to do with them getting better at work. So a way to replace that bad habit of doom scrolling is, instead of doom scrolling for 5 or 8 full minutes, go watch a video that's going to give you better habits, or that's going to teach you something new that's going to help you excel in your life and excel. Like, replace the doom scroll with intentional content.
So
you know?
good.
Yeah. So let's go straight into that third pillar.
This pillar, I love this pillar.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
He interrupts because the thing is, I learned a lot of these pillars with him. Like, he's helped me.
This pillar,
I remember the message he used to tell me. So go.
This pillar goes down to this: what you don't measure, don't grow or don't shrink.
He's told me this so
what
many
you don't
times.
measure, you don't care about.
Yep.
So you need to measure. Some people is gonna tell you, oh, you need to measure every single day what you do, analyze your day. Personally, I feel that measuring every single day, every single thing is hard to maintain. Mm-hmm. Let's put it that way. It's hard to maintain. And let me put it this way, and I'm gonna go back to the working out and eating healthy and all of that. I have an app in my phone that is called MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal goes along with an spreadsheet that I have in my computer. And when I was committed to lose that weight, every day I was logging on MyFitnessPal every single meal that I was having, and every single day I was writing down in my spreadsheet how many calories I was eating that day and how much I was weighing that day. Trust me, at the beginning it's really hard. Even when you are just eating and you have nothing else to do but log in your meals, it's hard. So start slow. So then I was kind of like, oh my God, I'm not doing it consistently. I'm not doing like this right. So for example, as I was telling you, don't try to run a marathon the first day. I started working out just 3 days a week. 3 days. And I did it 3 days a week for 6 months. And then I started doing it every single day, and I was tracking also my workouts. So everything that you care about, you should measure it, because if you don't measure it, you don't care about. So you do you. In your case, as a female entrepreneur. So, okay, did I do the things that I said I was gonna do this week? And check the ones that you did, like, and accomplish, feel good about them, and feel bad for the ones that you didn't do.
Feel bad.
Because if you don't feel bad, you're not gonna correct.
I hate a friend that enables a bad habit. Like, stop. Don't be that friend. And the friend that is that to you, even though she's the nice friend that always has your back, like, God, stop listening to her. You know? Feel bad. You know, and it's something that, it's life. But in order for you to grow, you need to feel bad for the things you're not doing. But you pretty much covered everything, and that really is his pillar, because he used to tell me that even when it came to losing weight, and this was before I even had a business. When I was fat, I didn't have a business, and I would hear this message from him: whatever you don't count, like, doesn't grow, or like the reverse, or doesn't shrink. So I would remember him telling me that about losing weight, and then I had a business, and I would get frustrated with my income, and he's like, well, are you counting the things that you're doing? Are you even counting the money that you're making? Like, do you even know that? Your appointments? And I'm like, you're right, Jason. Okay.
Pillar number 4.
This is something that the girls have the biggest problems with, guys. Decide once and stop renegotiating with yourself, okay? Because our mind's a powerful thing. Voices are another powerful thing. So we tend to decide and then redecide again and again and again. And this actually ties into the next pillar, but I don't want to immediately go into that.
Yeah, like, I am ruthless with the inner voice, and actually I call it, and here we're gonna have to put a beep or something, but I call that inner voice my inner beep.
And it's true. Beep.
B-I-T-C-H, right?
Did we even spell it out?
B-I.
Yeah, B-I-T-C-H. Is it even
okay?
okay?
Yeah. Okay, my inner. Okay, you guys got it. So that's how I call it. And I posted about it, you know. I go to the gym and then, like, showing my inner beep, who is the one that is in control. Because that inner voice is not you, okay? It's not you. You are not your mind. You are not your body. You have a mind, you have a body, okay? So you control that. And it's your duty to control that inner voice, that's how I call it. You call it however you want, okay? But that's how I call it. And when you start negotiating with that inner voice, guess what? You're gonna lose. So stop negotiating. There is something that is called the 2-minute rule. And people sometimes call it the 1-minute rule or the 2-minute rule. But basically it goes down to things that are in motion tends to stay in motion. Ooh. Everything goes down to that. So basically, like if I don't want to go to the gym, I just wake up and I just walk out and I start like the treadmill, and then after 2 minutes, I'm gonna want to stay in the treadmill. Trust me. Like, do the thing, and doing the thing is gonna give you the want to do the thing, if you put it that way.
That's
okay?
Science.
Yeah, I don't know, physics maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not that smart.
Physics.
I'm not that smart. I just get the concept and I apply it and it works. Okay.
So you gotta listen to us for some reason.
So if the concept works, I just apply. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with it, but things that are in motion tends to stay in motion. So the 2-minute rule. Start doing that thing for 2 minutes, and then you're gonna get in a flow state, or like you're gonna get momentum, and you're gonna thank me later. Pillar number 5, let's go.
Track behaviors, not outcomes. Listen, we see it inside our mentorship program. We see it with our apprentices, people that we just help build up. And we've seen it within ourselves. We've had to stop ourselves a couple of times in the start process, and even in the middle process, and even sometimes now. When you are in motion and you don't see results, you tend to reroute everything. But that rerouting doesn't stem from not having the results, because probably you didn't give it enough time because you kept redeciding, going back to pillar number 4. All right? So you need to actually track your behavior on when you don't achieve whatever you were expecting to achieve. What could you have done differently to achieve that internally, right? So your internal work shows in the outcome, but also, guys, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know? So if you did a launch and let's say you only got 2 sales, there's a proven concept there. So don't stop tracking your behavior, or, pay attention to your behavior, because that's going to completely make the very same thing. It's going to be the reason why you have even a poor outcome or a good outcome.
You basically said it all.
Yeah, right. It's not that much to even go deep into. So those were
and something that I want to add to this is that we live in a world that make us think that everything has to be quick.
An instantaneous
quick content, like the instant win, the quick gratification.
We see it so many times, guys.
Takes time.
Yeah.
Things usually takes time. Yeah, like if you put like systems in place, if you get a mentor, if you get the blueprint, if you get the step-by-step to follow, if you follow proven actionable steps that somebody already did, and that person is where you want to be, of course you're gonna get a shortcut, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You're gonna compress the time. But things usually requires work. And usually the business, for example, has 2 stages. The first stage is like the setting up, like foundation, like the setting up. The second stage of the business is basically maintenance. On the second stage is like where you already did everything and you're seeing results, and you just have to put an eye here and there to make sure that your leaders and everything is going well in your business, like your team, everything, right? But the hard work is at the beginning. And if at the beginning you start measuring outcomes, you're gonna get a hard time. That is gonna probably, that inner beat that I was talking about before, is gonna tell you you should try something else, and then you're gonna start following shiny object syndromes, jumping from market to market, business to business, because this person says that word, that person says that word. So stay consistent and stop measuring outcomes, at least at the beginning, and measure the effort that you put in. Feel proud of what you're doing, Feel proud of what you're doing.
Yep. Outcomes are slow, behaviors are fast. We're very quick to act out. We're very quick to quit because we wanted 10 sales and we only got 2. We wanted 100 likes and we only got 3. But it doesn't matter. Stay consistent and just trust the math, okay? But control your behavior.
So, long story short, 5 steps, 5 principles, 5 fundamentals. The first one, make habits survive bad days.
Ooh, I'm writing
The
this
second
down.
one, reinforce and replace habits, bad habits with good habits. The third one is the feedback, okay? Audit yourself. Not every day. If you are very disciplined, probably you don't have to watch this video. But if you are like that person that is always falling and falling and falling, start
Disciplined
measuring every
people
week, and then
love
you
this
like
video.
making every day, you know? So the 4th pillar, decide once and stop negotiating with that inner beep, okay? Who is the one in power? You. You are the one in control. Show that inner beep who is in control. And number 5, measure your behavior, measure
Not
the
the outcome.
effort, not the outcome. And that is it, guys. That is it for
That is
today.
it, guys, but let me tell you, okay? At the end, that's it. At the end of this all, you have to understand you're not lazy. You're not that type of woman that just can't do these things. Like, don't make yourself believe that you can't do it, that success isn't for you, that having that routine that gets you to your goal isn't for you. It is for you. You just have to build that system for her, the real you, not the perfect you that doesn't exist. All the women that you guys see and you admire that have the life that you want to acquire, it's not because they're more perfect than you. It's not because they're more motivated than you. It's just because they're working around a more realistic system for them. So even on their low day, they are still productive. All right? I want to know how you guys like this video. If this message hit, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, but more importantly, enter our community. We want to hear from you. We want to continue helping you. And until the next video, thank you guys so much.
Hey, do you check the description box? If you haven't checked the description box, there you will find a ton of resources, and you're also gonna find the easiest way to get closer to us, which is our newsletter. We send a letter every week, and if you like this video, you are going to love being a part of that newsletter, because that's like actually like where the conversation gets closer. We send 1 letter a week.
We go deep
With golden nuggets like the information that we share in
you.
this video. So make sure you subscribe to that newsletter. Thank you for watching this video. Peace out. Big love.